A new law is changing the way absentee ballots are counted. This is being put to the test for the first time next month in Minot. KX News' Megan Topping tells us more about how the change will impact the upcoming special mayoral election as well as future statewide votes.
For the first time in North Dakota, absentee ballots must now arrive before polls close on Election Day. And that change is getting its first real test right here in Minot during the city's upcoming mayoral race. Election officials say it's important to plan ahead to make sure your vote counts. Minot's upcoming mayoral race on August 5th is the first time North Dakota's new absentee ballot law is happening. This new law now requires all absentee ballots to arrive at the county auditor's office before polls close on Election Day in order to be counted.
Now it can be dropped off at the county auditor's office up until polls close on Election Day, which is 7 p.m. So we still have the drop box available until then, or up in our office until then. So that's the biggest change for people, is realizing, like, on that day before, we're not going to accept postmarks, so you probably should bring it into the office.
Hammond also says you cannot drop these ballots off at the polling place. Previously, ballots postmarked by Election Day but arriving afterwards were still accepted, but now they are following a received by deadline rather than a postmarked deadline. Hammond says this comes after an executive order passed down by the president and the state being proactive when it comes to future elections.
We don't have to scramble like during a regular election year to change the process midway through. The envelopes and things like that have the verbiage of how you have to return it, so we had to change some of those things. So if people are reading the instructions on their envelopes that come with their absentee ballots, that's all been updated too. But if we had to do that last minute, it's a little bit hard to get envelopes, plus people would already have them out.
However, you don't have to use that absentee ballot if you're running out of time to mail it.
If a voter does have an absentee ballot that they haven't turned into the county yet, they can absolutely take that absentee ballot to their in-person polling location and surrender that ballot and be able to vote in person.
White says when it comes to the next statewide election, they have plenty of time to prepare and make sure everyone is informed on this change.
Our office, I mean, even though it's an odd-numbered year, we are consistently planning for the next election. We have a great communications team, and we plan on getting that message out to voters well ahead of Election Day so they can absolutely make a plan and get those ballots turned in time in order for them to count.
Leaders urge voters to mail ballots in 7 to 10 days before Election Day to give USPS enough time, especially if you're in a rural area or reservation community. In Minot, for KX News, I'm Megan Topping.
There is no early voting in Minot's special mayoral race, but absentee voting is now available. Voters can apply and cast ballots at the Ward County Auditor's office.